So today I wanted to finally sit down and do my Fairy of the Month thing that when did I make this? Okay, yeah, so I made this in 2023, the end of 2023, and I started doing stuff for it twice. You can see them. This was the first time, and I just never finished this. And this was the second time, and I wanted to go a different direction. I just sketched something, and I haven't done anything with it yet. So the plan is to create a fairy, a butterfly fairy, for every month of the year. Kind of like, because you know how you have like birth months and flowers of the month kind of a thing. I looked to see if there was a butterfly of the month, and I couldn't find anything that was, like I cross-referenced a few, like there were a couple that had something about it, but they were always different, so I don't know if there's any official butterfly of the month. So I kind of just picked something that made sense with the other two options. So for January, I've got a carnation and a garnet, and then I went with this. It's called a common postman butterfly, and I was going to design my butterfly fairy off of it, but it's not going to be exact, right? Because the inside of the wings, what you would see on a fairy, would be on the other side. Like the color. Let me start over. The colors of the butterfly wings are going to be different on the inside and on the outside of the wing, and the way that you look at a fairy usually would be the inside, but the outside of the wing has got all of the color on it, so I kind of ignore the fact that the inside is different most of the time. Like, oh yeah, you could see it on this one, that the inside of the wing is different than the outside of the wing, but I want to draw the butterfly fairy and have the pretty blue on, I don't know, so I don't always follow that. It's inspired by the common postman for January. So anyway, yes, January is carnation, a garnet, and a common postman, and I thought this would be a fun thing to do because I've been wanting to do this since I made this and I haven't, so yeah. Anyway, let me create a new canvas. So I like what I had before where or the idea that I had before where it would have like the black background, and I could put stuff on it, a lot like that mushroom moth that I did. And I kind of want to do that with all of these. Just really bring the attention to the butterfly and the flower and the stone. And I already sketched out a few ideas that I wanted to do with these, and I think I want to have a theme where I have the fairy and then she's like using magic to like hold up the stone, and then have the flower in here. And I kind of want to bring that across all of them, that same kind of idea, but with different poses and different, but like that same or similar kind of look about it. So I think I'm gonna basically go with this for January and have the flower behind her, and then maybe not behind her because then her wings will get in the way. Those do not look like butterfly wings. I don't know why I just made little Dorito wings. So maybe I do go with what I kind of had before and put the flower more in front of her, or maybe she's sitting on the flower. Maybe I really do what I did before. If that is the case, I might pop over here and kidnap some of this stuff in here that I had done. That way I won't feel like I wasted it, because I spent a lot of time, especially on like this flower. I'm gonna render it differently and the wings to better match what I'm doing now, but I wonder if I at least use this as a like sketch underneath everything. And I'm probably gonna change it a little bit, but let's see what happens if I do that. So I'm just gonna like flatten everything and pop it over here, and then we can adjust and fix anything from there. Here, I'm curious. This is me trying to figure out what I was doing. I changed things a bit. I had her originally like laying in it. I don't know, I kind of like that. Do I go with this one instead? I'm mixing them, okay? I changed my mind. I'm gonna mix them because this is really cute, having her lay in it. I'm going to pop this one over there too, and then I'm gonna decide what I want to do. I think I like her laying in it better, but I like her hands here And how she's holding the garnet. I said it's a garnet, right? I forgot already. So let me see if I can mix these two, and that way my previous attempts won't be completely wasted. How can I do this? I'm going to use this as a base sketch and then just kind of figure out how I want to sketch over it. Because I really like that carnation and I kind of want to keep the shape of everything there. But add some line art, because I'm going in a line art direction here. Let me see what I want to do. And I want to get rid of the crown, because that was my original idea, was to put the stone in the crown. But I want them to be like levitating instead of a crown. So let's do that. Let me get my sketching brush and just kind of sketch out, because there are some things that I want to change. I don't want it to look exactly like this. I do like the head leaning on the shoulder like that. I think that's cute. And I do love how long her ears are. I'm a sucker for long fairy ears. Oh, except for I'm going to move this arm, so I'm going to not draw in the arm. And then I do really like the shapes that I had in this wing. And I do want the wings to be very symmetrical, so I am going to copy it over. Just copy and paste from my other sketch. Let me see if that looks too crazy. And then have the garnet in the middle. That's not perfectly round, but that's okay. I'm having second thoughts about the hands. I'm thinking I might want to redo them. What if I do something more like this? And that would need to move this way. And I would essentially do the same thing over here. And my other thought is, do I make the garnet whoops, not squished, smaller and lower, maybe even higher? Like give her like a little garnet on a necklace, and maybe even like a little dangly tiara. And so it has some of that throughout. And then I was thinking it would be like almost like dangling with magic. Let me think about an outfit, because I'm kind of thinking to do kind of like a white slip kind of situation, just because the background is going to be black. And do I want to give her like puff sleeves that are like kind of see-through and then kind of drape the dress? Or do I give her, instead of like puff sleeves, maybe I don't put any on there. I'm still thinking maybe a see-through thing though, just because I think it'd be fun to have, I don't know, I just love see-through elements. I think that they're really fun. And then what about hair? I have done two different ones. So I did this hair, but the problem that I found with it was it kind of blended in with everything, which is why I ended up going with some white hair, which I kind of like the idea of, even though she has a white dress, because that'll really emphasize, because it's got the black background and then she'll have the white dress and the white hair, and it'll really emphasize all of the red in the January, like it's like this pretty pinky red color that I was going for. And I think it'll really accentuate that and make all of those colors kind of stand out. I'm thinking I might continue with maybe the white hair, but let me think about like a hairstyle. I'm kind of thinking simple, but elegant. Simple but elegant. Or just like wavy. like I said simple and elegant, and then I just started doing waves. And then but like not a lot of volume at the top. Just like comes down and waves is kind of what I'm thinking. I kind of want to go with that. Well, let's add these two things to the sketch and see how it looks. Just kidding, I'm not going to add it to the sketch yet. I'm going to work on her face and then we'll work on making some line art, because I think I'm going to go straight from this sketch to line art. So let's put a face in here, or at least map one out a little bit. So we've got nose and a mouth and some eyes, and then all of my butterfly flies have spots, so I can't forget to give her little spots. I'm gonna go in with my line art now and just clean this all up a little, and I'm using the shell brush, of course. So right now I'm just picking out the colors using these examples, and this is what I've got. My color palette is in CMYK, so the colors are going to be a little bit duller than the real life colors in these examples, just because I want to eventually later in life be able to print these. And usually, in my experience, CMYK usually lends itself for a better printing experience. But anyway, I like it, and I like these colors, and I'm probably going to darken this background a bit more when I get there, but I want to be able to see my sketch, or not my sketch, my layers. Not my layers. I want to be able to see my line art so I can fill this in a little bit cleaner, because I'm just like plopping them down and seeing if I like them, and I think I'm gonna go from here. Okay, so I've got all of the flat colors down, and now I just need to go in and do some shading, a little bit of rendering, but I really like the way that the colors look so far. I kind of like the subtly muted look of everything because of my CMYK color palette situation. I'm going to do a bit of shading now, and I will be right back. Hello, it is voice over me coming in to tell you about what's going on, because I just have the speed paint up right now. With the wing texture, I used that lovely, beautiful noise brush that comes in Procreate. That brush is amazing, and I wish that I would have found it a million years ago. But I did that for the wings because I just thought that texture would look really nice with the line art. I've just been loving noise textures lately. With the border of everything, I thought it would be really cool if it had like a sparkly rain kind of look, like it was like dripping sparkles. And with the gem, you see me trying to figure out how to draw a straight line, which is not really my forte. I love curvy, squiggly lines, so anything geometrical like this was a total headache for me. But I figured out something that worked for me. It's not absolutely perfect, but it works for this, so I'm happy with it. I looked at a million pictures of really shiny, sparkly gems, and I still don't understand them. Also, you'll notice that I switched my canvas from CMYK back to RGB because I can't do CMYK. It was making me too sad. I said that I liked the colors, the kind of softer look, but I am a vibrant color person at heart, and I had to switch back. So yeah, swapped it back to RGB. You can see me do that in the speed paint, that it, like, I had to import everything into a different canvas, but anyway, there's that. And then I was really missing like the pink tint of the first one that I drew of this, the first attempt that I had. So I added an overlay layer and kind of like made everything look a little bit more pink. And I added something that I think really helped with this was I added a little bit of blue tint onto the edges of things. And I think that opposing all of the red just made everything look really neat. And then I'm adding in the pretty border with all of that foliage. Foliage? I don't know. And just kind of made it look a little bit more like that mushroom image that I had from last February that I still love. I want to do a lot more of stuff like this, and I think I'm going to use this similar look for all of my birthday month fairy butterfly thingy madoodles. And yeah, this is a bit of a shorter video because surprise, surprise, I had a few technical difficulties with things. My iPad doesn't like to record. It's too much. It has a hard time with it. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this. I'm really excited to finally get these done because I've been wanting to do this for a really long time. I love themed things. I love collections. I love all that kind of stuff. So having like a birth month butterfly fairy, I don't even know what to call it. Just like a representative illustration of your birth month. Mine is August. That's what I'm waiting for because that's when I was born, was August. But this is January's. Happy birthday to anybody born in January. This is for you. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.